Good morning, zookeepers, and welcome back to the community zoo on Planet Zoo. Today we're going to be making an enclosure for Dinovation, who asked for some grey seals. And yeah, that's what we're going to do here, because I didn't have the sea lions, which was another suggestion, which would be really cool considering I based this enclosure slightly off Blackpool Zoo's sea lion enclosure, only ever so slightly. But what we're doing right here, I'm going to show you how I make the underwater viewing tunnel, which I decided that this enclosure really needed because I really wanted to see the seals from this aspect. So it's pretty simple. All you do is put tunneling mode on the path. You put one path down, one set of stairs going downwards, bring it back up and put another path down, and then do a few more paths so then you can easily seal off the tunnel, which you can see me doing right now. So the idea is behind this is a glitch. So it's a little bit buggy, but you know, you get over it when you can see it from a certain angle. But yeah, well, make sure as well you have the pond the way you want it, because if you don't like it, you build your path and you're like, oh, I'm going to take the water out now, you'll have to restart completely from scratch. But it's simple as that. It's a really easy glitch to do, especially if you want this underwater viewing gallery. And what I mean by glitchy is that when you're in the tunnel itself, you have to be almost pressed up against the ground. Otherwise, if you raise yourself up to like head height of the guests, you're going to appear underwater, even though like there isn't actually any water in there. So it is a bit of a glitch, but nevertheless it looks really cool, especially if you're watching animals from the water. Like I said, I've like basically looked at Blackpool Zoo's sea lion enclosure as I was there recently, and honestly it's a really nice enclosure. So I've tried replicating a little bit. It's kind of like a beach enclosure. They do have like a man-made pond. It isn't all full of sand, but I didn't fancy making like that because I know it'd take a long time, a lot of resources, and would be I feel like it'd be quite difficult to make the kind of shape they have within this game, the tools they have. So I just kind of kept it natural. I just used a sand brush instead. We also make the little platform that is there. I've not seen a seal go up this yet, so I'm not entirely too sure if they can use it. But nevertheless, it looks pretty cool as a sort of like background area. We also make like some support beams for it, so it looks like it's being held up and it just kind of blends in. We do a little off-show area at the back here, which is something that the actual sea lion enclosure has. You can't actually see it here, but I'm going to guess there is a pool at the back of that enclosure. So I decided to add a pool at the back of it so they could still swim if they were ever locked in there. Anyways, going back to the tunnel, it was a really simple build. We just use this, like, I can't remember what this piece is called. It's like something you'd stick over a doorway, but it's absolutely huge and is perfect for this. Like, it was almost like it was designed for this, like they knew the glitch was there. That's what this feels like. So yeah, it works perfectly well for making your underwater tunnels. We just concrete it up, and then just to like, you can completely build the stairs and if you have the time and stuff like that, but I just use concrete blocks and a doorway and the guests can walk through it, as you see a little bit later on in the video, just for ease of time, because otherwise I would have spent forever trying to make the inside of those buildings really nice. I'm kind of just going on for like almost like a Jurassic World evolution vibe, where you place an entrance and that entrance teleports the guests into the viewing log gallery. That kind of sense of feeling is why I went for this tunnel, with these like buildings just hiding the mess either side. Now, to make sure they use the tunnel, I've put like a bit of food and that on the other side of that viewing tunnel, and I'm also going to be, that's how it's going to connect park to other enclosures and things like that, so they can kind of walk through. As you can see, I've only really built the enclosure. I haven't started decorating around it, and that's because I'm not too sure what theme we should go for. There may be a temperate forest, maybe it'd be in a forest, or maybe a bit of like a grassland kind of vibe. But nevertheless, I'm really happy with this enclosure, and I hope Dinovation likes this enclosure as well. And for everyone watching this, I hope you enjoyed this enclosure. It was nice, it was fun. I kept it really simple, but it still has a bit of a wow factor. As well, we have the standing area, so our educator can give the guests a nice little show. Maybe one day when I get the pack that has the sea lions in, I might remake this kind of enclosure for myself in my own zoo and have that kind of well, that kind of sea lion vibe. Because honestly, I feel like it would look fantastic with sea lions in. But nevertheless, the grey seals look great in there. And I just enjoy watching them swim around the tour, seeing the guests, being able to see them. I got a few screenshots where the seals were like swimming over the guests. And it just has a really nice feature. You can do this kind of thing for any aquatic animal, and I feel like it will look nice. And it's an interesting way to get through the enclosure to the other side of it, rather than just having like a path all the way around. And yeah, that's about it. So don't forget to put in the comments what you would like to add to the community zoo. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.